Well, hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. How are y'all? Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread, and you are in our Stitchuation room. This is a virtual quilt retreat. We meet Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Central, and we do what we do at quilt retreats, and that is to visit and work on UFOs, or maybe work on a project we are furiously trying to finish before Christmas, right? And there is a virtual kitchen. It's right across the room. So make yourself at home. I see there's bacon over there. I'm sure there's some eggs. If you need coffee or juice, please wander over there. Make yourself at home. We like to bring stuff to share. And it's all fat and calorie free. So you can't beat that, right? Anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. And thank you to all of you who showed up yesterday at 4 o'clock for our live. Oh, what is going on? Y'all, I hit record and it's thinking about what it wants to do. This is the trouble. Hold on a second. Can't recover data. That's okay. X out of that, X out of that. Reinsert the memory card. I was doing fine. Hold on a second here. I don't know what's going on with this. We will continue to do this. I'm here. Let me just see if we can't recover data on this chip. And if not, we will switch to, there we are. There we go. Yeah, sorry, you guys. I don't know if you could hear me or not, but now let me hit record and see if this works. If this doesn't work again with this camera, I'm going to, yeah, it's Monday, Pam. I know, right? If this doesn't work with this camera, I'll switch over to my laptop camera and we'll just use that one. I prefer this one because I can zoom with it and move things around and that kind of thing. So, well, you know, and I had hit record. I was hoping that didn't happen last night, you know, while I'm on that live at 4. That's the last thing I need. Y'all, it looks like a, it looks like a tornado went off in my room here. My goodness. So lady came yesterday and picked up my 10-foot frame that is gone from my long arm because I have a new long arm sponsor, and that is Sewing Machines Plus out of California. And I'm getting a King Quilter 2 with Pro Stitcher software. You could hear me just fine. Good. I'm glad. I think my laptop picked up where the camera let off. So anyway, yeah. Thanks for letting me know that. I appreciate it, Heather. So the long arm is on the floor now. That is the Grace 21X Elite. And it's a wonderful machine. And I've got to send that back to Grace. But I've got the new King Quilter 2 supposedly on the way. Mr. Blaine Austin there at Sewing Machines Plus is chasing down the this. Yeah, I got my tree done. Yeah, Pam's noticing that. So I wouldn't call it done. All right. So the tree she's talking about, I had mentioned last week that Keith and I don't decorate a tree. I don't decorate. Y'all, I'm not a decorator. Just like I can't pick fabrics. I can't decorate. It's really hard for me. And I hired somebody to come and set up my living area when we moved into this house 17, 18 years ago. And so it has stayed. My living and dining. It's just not something I'm good with. That's why I joined the military. So I didn't have to pick out my own clothes. Right. And then when I became a civilian after I retired, I would go into some place like Dress Barn and ask the ladies to put something together for me that worked, that I liked. So it's not a gift that I have. I make no pretenses about that. So because I said I didn't put up a Christmas tree, I decided I would make. Besides, we're usually not here over Christmas and the kids aren't here. So it's just more work. Yeah, my screen went black too, Janie. It's not you. No, it was the camera. All right, so I decided to make this kit from Calico Patch Designs and just make a Christmas tree. And that way it will come out every year and I will put it up and hang it in our living room. I'll show it to you guys. Well, let me move it over this way. So you start at the bottom, it says, okay. So it starts way down here and you're going to trim it off. And then you just put these pieces all the way up. And the way it works is it's got a star up on top. And see how as it goes taller, the cream colored pieces get longer. So down here, they're real short. Where's my hand? Down here, they're kind of short. And then the cream colored pieces get longer and longer. So you've got a short green up at the top and longer green down here at the bottom. And I'm very happy with how that turned out. Real pleased with it. And then it's got this star up at the top. Well, y'all, this is the screwiest pattern I've ever made in my life. I had a heck of a time trying to get that. Well, Mary says it's beautiful. Thank you. And how do she says, I complete my projects so quickly. Okay. Nope. Wrong one. Sorry, sweetie. Anyway, I need to SCANNCUT ornaments to decorate. I'm going to, Connie. Yeah. You guys are chatting so quickly. I'll go to put something up and it jumps ahead and I miss it. Okay. So yeah, it's supposed to finish at 70 inches long. It's not, it's like 30 by 70 is what it says. Yeah. Oh, 30 by 77. It's a big one. So the tree trunk is actually, and I did have wood fabric for that. It's actually applique. The trunk and the little skirt there, that's actually applique. So I did go through the pattern and the kit with you guys. I went through the kit with you guys last week before I took it to the coast. Good thing too, but because we discovered I did not have the wood fabric in the kit for the tree trunk, also not enough fabric for the little tree skirt. So I had one piece of plaid and I had to come up with the second piece of fabric to blend with it. And I chose a pretty red, like a little geometrical print. It came out, it was very pretty. But come to find out, where's all my fabric? Come to find out, I needed 3 pieces of plaid, not just one, because it gives you a Dresden template in order to make those little Dresden tree skirt pieces. So I had this. This is what came for the tree skirt to make 3 pieces out of. But let me see here. Where's my here's my Dresden template. Look how big that is. I mean, this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. There's no way I'm going to get 3 pieces of this. There's a total of 5. Yeah. So there's 3 red and 2 purple on the tree skirt, right? This is the only fabric that came with it that should have been for the tree skirt. And there's just no way that I'm going to get 3 Dresdens out of this. Not happening, right? So, and then this was the other fabric I chose to go with it. This fabric right here. So I thought that would look good. That'd be a nice little contrast. Well, I didn't have enough. And I don't have enough of this. I don't think, maybe to make 2. I don't know. Depending on how I wedge it in there. Anyway, so the kit was short on the fabric. Lesson to learn. If you're going to take a kit somewhere to sew it elsewhere on the road, which is what I did, sewed it down at the coast last weekend, then you need to go through and inventory all of your pieces. So this tree has little tiny red berries on it. Let me put it over my face so it focuses. See the little tiny red berries? I don't know whether I want to applique those or if I want to put them on the luminaire and just stitch a circle, because I can do that with Design Center, right? I don't know. It says a fat eighth of purple and a fat eighth of brown. And that is not a fat eighth. Sorry. Sorry, Mesquite Bean Quilt Shop. I'm going to call you out on that because I paid for a full kit. Don't you hate that? It's fine. Okay. So the other screwy thing about this pattern, put gems on it. Yeah. Buttons to hang ornaments, Betty Boop. That's a brilliant idea. Yeah. Red buttons of different sizes. That's adorable. You guys are so creative. See, I'm just like, I don't know, stitch a circle. Mickey, it is an 8x8. All right, so let me show you. I'm going to get up and we're going to talk about this screwy pattern. Okay, so the whole time you're making this thing, you're making it on a triangle the whole time, because the first thing you cut is a 21-inch square, and you cut it in half diagonally, and that forms this base, triangle base, that's got thread on it, which is fine. And then you put 2 rows of white on, and you start on they want you to start on the right side, left, right, left, right, left, the whole way up, which is fine. Okay, I did that. But when you get to the top and you're done with the green, this is user error, but it's still a screwy way to do pattern. So this piece right here, this triangle right here, is a 15-inch square cut in half once diagonally. Okay. So see how this 15-inch square, the point of it is actually the yellow part of the star. And that straightens out the top. Okay. That's how that works. So for a while, it only looks, till you put your star unit on, it looks like this. Okay. So how they had you do this was they gave you this triangle piece here, star point template. And they wanted you to trace it onto wax paper, not wax paper. You know what I'm talking about. Paper that's parchment. No. Anyway, freezer paper. That's it. And then cut it out and then iron the freezer paper to the tip of the full triangle. Okay. And then cut it off. Let me see. Yeah. And then cut it off. Let me see if they've got a picture of it here. They do not. And then use, a yellow piece, a gold piece, they said, of this yellow fabric to replace it and sew it with a 1/4-inch seam. Yeah, that's what they said. And the only picture you get of it where they're telling you how to do it is this little bitty, teeny tiny little part of the yellow right up here. You can tell they forgot to take a picture while it was midway through it, right? So then, okay. And you get a picture of what it's supposed to look like right here. Okay. Well, we were watching the first 3 episodes of Reacher on Amazon Prime while I was sewing this. And I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. So instead of sewing gold onto these points, I sewed the orange onto the points. And then I sewed left first and then right instead of right and then left. So then I get to the part where I'm supposed to sew the 4 orange triangles to each side of yellow square. And I've only got 2 orange triangles. And I'm going, what happened? You watch Reacher too, man. That's a good show. That guy, Alan Reacher, he's an Air Force brat. How about that? I heard a interview with him on Adam Carolla's podcast. Super nice guy. Hard to keep your eyes on what you're sewing when you're watching Reacher. You know what I mean? Okay. So I'm looking at it going, well, this isn't right. How come this isn't working? Then I'm like, oh my word, I used the wrong color. Okay. So I had to take the whole triangles off because they didn't work anyway. I had it too short. I had them too far together. I had a 1/2 inch seam allowance at the point instead of a 1/4. It was a hot mess, y'all. So I took that apart. Okay. I took that apart, got that straightened out, put the gold on like I'm supposed to. And then they want you to make 3 sets of flying geese with, y'all, here's a screwy part of the pattern. They had you cut a square of the off-white of the background fabric and then cut it in half diagonally twice. And then you had to take yellow squares and cut those in half diagonally. And instead of taking a 3x5 rectangle and 2 3x3 squares and having you do the sew and flip method to make flying geese, I had to sew 3 triangles together to make a flying geese unit. Could they make it any harder? I don't think I'll ever buy another Calico Patch Designs, and it says it's intermediate. It's an intermediate pattern. Yeah, it really is. So it says add 25 red buttons to use as an advent calendar. I won't be doing that. What is Reacher? Never heard of him. Oh, Jeannie, girlfriend, you are missing out. It's on Amazon Prime. It's about an former army military police officer who's now a little drifter. And he goes out and saves people, that kind of thing. So this is season 3, I think, or season 2. It's pretty good. It's worth a binge watch for sure. You're rebooting your phone, Janie. All right. But anyway, so then we watched Equalizer 2. Y'all love me some Denzel Washington. So it was cold down at the coast. It was dry. We didn't have any rain, but it was cold and windy, like 25 mile an hour winds. It was really windy. So Keith didn't go out on the water. So we pretty much holed up at the house. It's easy on the eyes, Teresa says. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Your significant other will be like, oh, now all of a sudden you're interested in these kind of shows. Like, yes. Yes, I am. That's right. I need to know what I'm doing. Absolutely, Maybart Margie. And this is one of those patterns where it's when I was trying to put the gold triangle on that. All right. It says take a 15.5-inch cream square, which is that side point that straightens it out at the top, right? That's this 15.5-inch cream square right here, and cut it in half once diagonally. So that's this big piece right here, right? And cut once on the diagonal. Trace star point template onto freezer paper and to iron to corner of one triangle. I didn't add an extra 2 in there. That's what it says. And it means an iron to corner of one triangle. See diagram 3. That's this one right here. Okay. But see how it's got green all around it? What am I doing? Right? Oh, that's the mat. Okay. I can't see it. Cut off tip at edge of template and replace with gold triangle, press to gold. Sew to top of tree, press to dark, repeat with other triangle using opposite corner. This makes the bottom 2 star points sit on top of the tree. I had to read this about 6 times going, wait, what? What are you doing? I don't get it. And I thought, well, okay, it's one of the, and then finally the light bulb gets it's dim, right? And then it gets a little brighter and brighter and brighter. And you say, oh, you watched the end of The Crown. I'd love to see that series. I'd love to see that. Yeah. I don't have Netflix. Anyway, so I still need to do my top. I should finish that probably this afternoon. And then I am going to use the SCANNCUT to cut out the trunk and put that into Simply Applique to get it embroidered onto Crafty Pet. Why does everybody call me when I start watching this? Yeah. I know. Maybe a bottle of vodka would have made the instructions clear. It was a little early in the day for that, my friend. But anyway, so I muddled through. And now it measures out to 29 and a half up here. And look, it's really weird because see how I've only got like maybe 3/8 of an inch over on this side. This is going to get trimmed off. So there's 3/8 of an inch extra over here where my pinky is. Look how much is extra over here. Sewing on this angle like that, it messes with your head. I mean, I'm doing it right, but it does mess with your head. But I do like the fabrics that they chose. It came out very pretty. So 5 o'clock somewhere, y'all are bad influence. You guys are going to get me in trouble one day and it'll be all your fault. Hey, I'm going to do another snowman today at 10 a.m. Live doing Kimberbell's mini quilts. And I'm going to use the block by block method to background quilt. So I just want to let you guys know about that. I'll be doing that. But so once I get done with that thing, then I will start working on the rest of this tree. Maybe I can get it. Now, see, now I don't have my long arm. I guess. Clear blue tiles. Ooh, that'll take a while, won't it? Mimosas for sewing of the tree. Annette says, yay, I like that. I just happen to have a bottle of the bubbly in the back refrigerator. We might do that. I've got to put, I got to get a casserole going. The big blocks do make it look weird. I know, Tiny. Margarita time. Oh, I forgot to show y'all. Where's my phone? Hold on. I'll be right back. We had talked about getting a margarita this weekend. Yeah, we had talked about getting a margarita. I had told y'all we had to go into town and run errands. And I just wanted to, let's see. I just want to share with you guys. I got to see Santa this weekend. That was nice. Okay, so this is what I did when we were out running errands. There's my margarita and my chips and some serious salsa. So, mission accomplished. I know. Oh, Teresa, my husband, the way he drives. I'm telling you. Yep. And then I did get to see Santa this weekend. He was very, very nice. So he said, if I've been a good girl, I didn't want to fib. You know that bar, Lisa says, we were at Sausalito's. That's where we were, over on Nacogdoches. Yeah. You do a sew along for the Happy Holidays Sewing Tree Wall Hanging by Amy Bradley. No, ma'am. Debbie, that's a very advanced tree because the measuring tape winds from the top of the tree around the front, loops behind the back of the tree, and comes back around the front like garland. And you actually have to, oh, I have a question about end to end in the comments. Okay. I can't look at the comments right now without leaving you guys. So if you want to translate into the chat, I'll be happy to. What is the no for? What are you fussing about? No, Bernadette. So, oh, Kimberbell or Juju for first time end to end. So it's two different ways of doing business. They're two different, it's totally different. One is just, it's an enclosed completely enclosed design. And the other one is an end to end, and you've got to meet up the points. So can't stay today. All right. Bye, Kim. Enjoy your day. So, oh, y'all were burning the midnight oil, working on Christmas stuff. Oh my goodness. No, I didn't lie to Santa. I didn't lie to him. I think I've been good all year. I think. Anyways, so, yeah, what was I saying? So I am going to, you're not late, Lynn. That's okay. Hi, Betty. So it's, if you're going to do a larger project, I usually use the clear blue tiles for smaller projects. Okay. If you're going to do a large project, then I recommend doing the end to end, because the clear blue tiles have a very dense design on them, whereas the end to end by Designs by Juju can be a little bit larger and less dense. Because like when I did don't look at my messy table, y'all. When I did that quilt over there by Spanky, there it is right there. That's the Peace on Earth. One 8x14 hooping of that was 11 minutes. Okay. And then it was 11 minutes 4 times across and 2 rows down. Right. And then the bottom row was an 8x8, and that was 8 minutes, I think, to stitch all that out. Yeah. Bernadette's same way. You wouldn't use them on a large quilt. I agree. I absolutely agree with you there. So because they take so long to stitch out, you certainly can do large quilts, but I would not do anything larger than a baby quilt on those, just because it just takes forever. Whereas with Designs by Juju, one run, depending on the size of your hoop, you're going to be done in like 3 minutes, maybe. Yeah. What design is the frogs that was on the toilet paper that I showed in the video? That is from my friend Katie. She's one of the moderators in our Facebook group. And she got that on Etsy, I think. I cannot remember where she got that. Katie, if you are here, sing out. And let us know, or if you're watching on replay, would you put it in the comments? And then if you can look back. But one thing you can do is you can Google toilet paper embroidery designs frog, and it'll come up. And then go to images, and it'll pop up. And it's a frog, and he's sitting there, and it says, "Hey, what you doing?" That's a real good way to find that. So Margie wants to know, for the Designs by Juju edge to edge, what thread do I use top and bottom? So if I do not care if the back is going to be seen, then I use regular 70 weight bobbin thread and a 40 weight top thread. If I care if the back is going to be seen, then I will wind my own bobbins with the top thread and just make them look the same. So yeah, you watched your video a year ago and wanted to do them for your kids. Still didn't happen. Well, that happens, Shirley. Embroidered toilet paper is great for kids, especially, that they're fun. Just throw a $20 bill in the tube, or a $10, whatever denomination you want to. Yeah. I like the Amelie Scott too, Pam. Amelie Scott is a vertical versus a horizontal, like Designs by Juju. So that's, however you want to do that. Yeah, Juju has a really good sale right now through the 19th. Yes, they do. They have a great sale. Yeah. She's got some super cute designs coming out. She was texting with me this weekend and showing me some stuff that's coming. So y'all have a good year with Juju Designs. Where did I get the designs that I showed on the greeting cards? You didn't see them on, oh, Emily, in her search box, type in Christmas greeting card or greeting card Christmas, and all of them will pop up. So yeah, I like that one. I think that was set 10, greeting cards or Christmas greeting cards 10 was that set, is the one that I was using. Aw, Melanie, I hope your grandkid feels better. Yeah, Juju designs are amazing. They do good work. Yeah. My coffee got cool. I have a spare over here. I'm okay. Oh, I wanted to explain something to you too. I've mentioned this before, but we got a lot of folks. So a lot of people think that the Luminaire has end-to-end quilting in it. It does not. Okay. It has background quilting. Totally different. Totally different. So, and some of you are going, what? I was told it's still background quilting. Okay. But it's in Design Center. And when you go into those designs, and they're there and they're great. And if you want to embroider like a pot holder, which is a single hooping thing, then it'll work just fine. But if you want to end to end across a quilt, there's not a design in there for that, because the designs that are in the Design Center, some of them, most of them, have lines that end on the outside of whatever square or whatever shape you want to dump that into. And Barbara, they are background quilting designs. They are not end to end. End to end means the design ran its course and it stopped. And then you start another one and it runs its course and stops. That's end to end. Okay. No, they have background quilting designs in there. Now they do have the ability for you to run like a border pattern, a narrow border pattern, and it's fully enclosed and you can nest it up the next one where you cannot tell, kind of very much like clear blue tiles. Yeah. I know that's confusing you guys. I tell you what, tomorrow morning, I'll sit over at the Luminaire and we'll go over that and talk about that. Okay. Because I know you guys are running over to your machines right now going, it's got to be here. If it is, let me know. But I do not believe that it does that. The last upgrade gives end-to-end designs, Paula says. Okay. There are several different designs. They're in embroidery designs, not my design center. Okay. I'll take a look at that. I have always looked in Design Center, so I'll take a look at that. So it has a definitive stop and then another start. That'll work. Yeah. Well, the Solaris is the same, Kathy. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Julie, is that you? Designs by Juju's here. I just couldn't see it. Okay. That may be. I didn't look. Also on the Stellar. Okay. I'm wrong then. I'll be wrong. I just haven't seen them, but I didn't look. I'll put it that way. I didn't look. Now you got me curious. When we get done here, I'm going to go over there and poke around. I can do it right now, but I can't get past all the cords. Yeah, I can't get past all the cords. Solaris does have them. You use them on table runners. Okay, Shirley, that's great. Well, if Solaris has them, then the Luminaire does too. I was looking in Design Center, so I'll take that back. Okay, I stand corrected. What is my weekly schedule for lives, Mickey? Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Central. And then Sundays on 4. Sundays at 4. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Well, so everybody's saying they can do their end-to-end with that. That's great. Good. I'll have to look. I just haven't played with it then. Do they have all of the cool, oh, Julie, hi. So do they have all of the cool designs that Juju does in there? You know, like she's got animals and all that stuff, all kinds of different themes. Do they have all of that too? Everybody's saying hi to Julie. She's here from Designs by Juju. She's here. See, you never know who's going to pop in here. We had Joanne Banco before. Yeah. There aren't many. There aren't many, but they're pretty. Okay, good. Yeah, that's great. I was talking to one of the brother engineers at Quilt Festival about those designs in Design Center not matching because they've got lines that don't match. So, oh, I'll just step out of the way and Julie can chat with y'all. You guys are having a good time. Yeah. So, oh, you saw the river romp fabric and just oh, good. That's wonderful. Yeah, that is so cute. Maybe only 6 or 7. Okay, good. Well, I think Juju stuff is still 60% off, I think. I don't know. Did that keep going today or not? I can't remember. You guys, Julie's going to be with us on the cruise in May. So it is going to be amazing. I think there's still a couple of spots left. So if you want to check it out, go to sewandsailecruise.com and then scroll down. It's Sew and Sail 14. Yeah, that's great. Julie just hijacked. Oh, it goes through midnight tonight. Good. Julie hijacked my stream. It's cool. You'll be on the cruise, Harriet. Fantastic. Yay. We're going to have a great time. She has come up with some amazing designs that are just for the cruisers. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I've had so many people come up to me and go, what are we making on the cruise? And I tell them, I can't tell you. Yep. Oh, I'm using your mug rug. Yep. Remember that? We did that with Sulky. Remember? Yep. Yep. Let's see. No, you don't have to leave, Julie. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. I'm kind of out of stuff to talk about, so it's all good, my friend. Yeah. I'll never get all her designs stitched out either. I have so many of them. There's so many great things that they've got on there. You never know who might pop on. That's right, Melanie. Yeah, there's a lot of people in the industry that watch this channel. So she's never watched, but you pop in and you are among friends. Yep, absolutely. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, this afternoon, well, this morning, later on this morning at 10, I'll be on the Luminaire. I'm going to poke around and look at that. But I'm going to be working on the Kimberbell mini quilts and get that one of the snowmen done. And then probably tomorrow at 10, we'll finish up and get them all together, provided that I get them all stitched out. So for those of you that are doing that with me, that'll be fun. I'm the reason you got to know about Designs by Juju. Well, good for you. See? Yeah, that's awesome. Yep, that's let's talk about that cruise. You don't know anything about them. Well, when I'm teaching at Mull Queens in April, what am I doing? So the idea at Mull Queens is a lot like what we did last time. We're going to cut fabric with the SCANNCUT and then put them on a piece of background fabric, make an applique design. So that's what we're going to do. Elaine says she's made all your designs. You need to make more. There you go. Oh, Katie, thank you. Thank you. Okay. The frog TP is from Whimsy Embroidery. Thank you very much, my friend. There you go. You know what? I bet you Katie wasn't popping on here. And then I mentioned that and she went searching to find where she got it from. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yep. We have a great time sewing all of that stuff, don't we? Good, good. Have a good day at work, Annette. Yeah. Thank you for being here with us. I know that Julie's coworker Margie pops in here too. So, does SCANNCUT work with the Solaris? So, Anne, that's a good question. Okay. Oh, Deb, thank you so much. You are so sweet for the super sticker. What a thoughtful thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So the SCANNCUT does not work with any particular home embroidery machine. It is a standalone cutting machine on its own. It does have a feature, a utility installed on it that you can install on the 325 and 330 that is called My Connection. The My Connection utility is also in the upgrade 2 and 3 for the Luminaire. That allows design files to transfer back and forth between those two machines. It does not happen with the Solaris. So to my knowledge, you might check with a brother dealer, but to my knowledge, oh, thank you, Heather. Oh, Heather got me a sticker too. I'm all wrong about end to end on these machines, and you're like, just pay her. Thank you guys so much. You're so thoughtful and gracious. So the My Connection, as far as I know, is not a feature on the Solaris. You Solaris owners, let me know, but I don't believe so. Just like you cannot use the Artspira app with the Solaris either. It doesn't talk. Last I heard at, thank you, Lori. You guys are so nice. Look at that. You guys are so thoughtful and generous. Okay, now I can go out and buy some more thread. Yeah. If I don't know, I do usually find out for you, yes. Will EMBRILLIANCE send to Solaris? Yes, ma'am, certainly will. It will send to any brother or baby lock machine that has wireless capability as long as you're on the same network, which you usually are. Okay, there we go. Joan says the My Connection only works with brother machines. All right. So, Joan, I don't know if you're a dealer or not, but yeah. So, you're going to miss me tomorrow? Oh, okay. Heather's having fun with Artspira. Katie made some Christmas ornaments for her granddaughter and her granddaughter's friends that are in college, and got images from the web and printed them out on the fabric and then made Christmas ornaments for them. How cool is that? That is so neat. So anyway, no, you're not, but you've been researching the heck out of My Connection. All right, Joan, that's good enough for me. Artspira, Emma, is an app from the Brother Sewing Company that talks. It allows you. Well, Katie can probably explain it better than I can. Artspira is a new app. It's a free download from your app store. And then you can send images back and forth to certain brother machines, or you can send it to the new fabric machine printer. What's that thing called, Katie? I forget. Print Moda. That's it. To the Print Moda. Yes, Beth, EMBRILLIANCE sends to Luminaire. Yes. So it's in the utility menu across the top. I'll show you. Let me pull up Artspira. Let me pull this up. I have not played with Artspira. Now you want to SCANNCUT. You want to SCANNCUT at a Christmas party. Yeah, Rhonda, I have a whole SCANNCUT playlist, my friend. All right. Let me pull this up for you guys. I'm going to share my screen. That's awesome that you want to SCANNCUT. That's fantastic. Let me go to my window and pull this up. There is where I was making the patch yesterday. So if I wanted to send this to my Luminaire, the first thing I need to do is turn the Luminaire on and hit the OK button one time and let it run through its first, its first thing where it runs the arm back and forth and whatnot. you need to have it in embroidery module. Okay, so you need to have the embroidery arm on the Solaris and then turn it on. Mine's off right now, so you're not going to be able to see this work, but you turn it on, let it run through, click OK, it goes, and it comes back. And then as soon as it's ready and you got the main menu, right up here, you come up to utility. And right here, it says send to Solaris XP1. It means send to Solaris / Luminaire. But this also sends to my PR 1055. It also sends to my little gypsy machine, any machines. Yes, it sends. Heather's got it right. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It sends to any wireless brother or baby lock machine that shares the network with your laptop or your computer. Okay. So yeah, works great. So when I do the other machines, sometimes I will get a little bark box that comes up and it says error sending file. But if you go check the machine, it's there. So yeah. You've never been able to, what do you mean, send your Luminaire for anything? Okay. Been listening the whole time, been too busy to comment till now. Well, Julianne, we're glad you're here. Yeah, it does send to anything that's on the wireless. And I didn't know that. You know, I was trying to send it to my 10 needle, and I kept getting the error message. And so I emailed them. I sent them a ticket and I'm like, what's up with that? And he says, oh, it's there. Go look. And sure enough. So yeah, very handy to have that in Brilliance. Very, very handy. I do that all the time. And if it, for whatever reason, if it doesn't work, like if you've got spotty internet and sometimes it'll error out, I do use the Brother Design Database transfer. Now, I think that will also work with baby lock machines. I think it will. So I'm not sure if that VE2300 has Wi-Fi or not, Diana. Oh, you can't figure out how to put fonts in Embrilliance? Are you unzipping the file? That's usually the biggest snag right there, because literally it's drag and drop to be able to do that. But if you don't unzip the file, it won't. And you are unzipping the file. Okay. So let me go back and I'll show you how to do this. It's pretty easy. It's so easy. It's one of those head smack kind of. Yeah. So if I click here and get my lettering, well, let me, hold on. So let me click on my lettering. There we go. And here's all the fonts, right? A lot of Designs by Juju fonts. Anyway, so if I wanted to add another font, then I don't know. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see this File Explorer window pop up. I don't think that you can. Let me see. No, you can't. So I'd have to do it in a video to show you how. I do have a video on how to add fonts, but literally you just drag and drop all of them. You didn't know the wireless was a big thing until you used it, ML Weber. Man, it's handy dandy, very much. Yeah. So one of the things that I like to do with my fonts, my Designs by Juju, my BX fonts, one of the things I like to do with BX fonts is to have all of them. I have like 200 and some odd files of fonts. Might be all the same font, like 4 or 5 of them, all different sizes. But I have every single one of those in a master BX font folder on my system. And then, matter of fact, let me find that and I will show you, because this is This is so much better than, because, you know, if your computer dies, right? Let me go and find my fonts folder. Here it is. Okay. Let me pull this up so you guys can see what I do with this. Share screen. And let me go to my window. Is that it? Okay, so this is my embroidery folder, you guys. And I've got a fonts folder in my embroidery. So I organize, you can see up here at the top, it says documents and then embroidery. And inside of embroidery, I have all of my designs sorted by subject, usually. There are some that are by designer, but for the most part, they are by subject. Just like a card catalog. Remember the old card catalogs we had in the library in school? You'd pull out that big long drawer and you'd search by subject. Okay. Sometimes I do it by digitizer, like, or by author, as I would call it. But for the most part, it is by subject. So in fonts, I've got all of these different fonts in here, my BX font, and then some of them are not BX fonts. Those are what I would consider to be an alphabet. But let's see. I've got this folder down here, BX import master fonts. Hopefully it's there. It might be backed up on the cloud and I haven't called it in a while. Yeah, so here they all are, okay? Every single BX font I have is in this folder, and there are hundreds of them, okay? I do that and I back that up on a cloud so that, right, if something goes wonky and my fonts disappear out of Embrilliance, that happens occasionally. Sometimes, I don't know, or maybe you're downloading a new version of Embrilliance. Maybe you got a new laptop and you've downloaded Embrilliance to your new laptop and you put in your serial numbers and you're all good to go, but you don't have your fonts. So keeping them in a master folder like this, literally you can Control A to select all of them and drag and drop them onto the Embrilliance screen. Boom, done. Just grab all of them, drag, drop, and it will populate in seconds. Now, if you're having trouble getting your fonts on there, make sure, let me go to my view and make this big for the extra, I'll use large icons. See, it needs to be the green and yellow rectangle with a needle and the arrow. That is a BX font. So make sure you've got that icon, okay? That's really important. It needs to look like this. Because if it doesn't look like that, then you're not in the right file. Okay. You're not in the right file and it won't work. So again, Control A, you can just, let's see here, undo this. I usually click somewhere on it, Control A to select all, and then just drag and drop them onto the Embrilliance design right in the middle of the hoop. Just drag and let go, and it will populate all of those for you. Okay. Yeah, you got to stay organized because otherwise everything gets everywhere. And I'll tell you guys, yours are all in the cloud because they come from different computers. Well, yeah, there's that too. Yeah, that's a great way to do that. So, so I'm going to stop sharing this with you guys. So a lot of times, so I'll do private lessons with you guys. And one of the biggest complaints I hear all the time when I am working with people, or comments that I hear when I'm working with people, is, well, I thought I put it on my desktop, or I thought it was in this folder, or I've got it right here, or, oh no, it's not on that stick. And where did it go? And blah, blah, blah. Y'all do not keep your design files on a USB stick. Okay. USBs are meant to be temporary and they fail. They get jostled, they might get dropped, whatever, and their little components will go, and that's the end of that. And now your designs are gone. You always want to maintain your designs in an organized fashion in a single place on your computer. And then however you want to organize them is completely up to you. I like like I'll have a master one for holidays, and then inside holidays, I'll have Christmas and Halloween and, 4th of July or whatever. But I do have a patriotic folder as well. And I might put those in 2 different places. And designs, the size of embroidery designs are dinky, dinky, dinky. They don't take up any space at all on your computer. None. Okay. What takes up space on your computer are the 27 pages of PDF with pictures in them to show you how to make all of that. That's what takes up space on your computer. So yes, you certainly can back up all your folders to an external hard drive. I have done that as well. I also have my fonts folder on an external hard drive. There's my Frito. Oh, she's jumping around. What is the cost for storing things in the cloud? Emily wants to know. So Emily, all right. So I want to say I pay $99 a year for Microsoft, but I have it for Outlook. So I have Office 365. All right. You don't have to pay a monthly service for a cloud. You can go to Walmart. Literally, it looks like a big external hard drive, and it will hold a ton of space. You buy or go to, you can buy a little, like a 5 terabyte hard drive, external hard drive, and you could call that your cloud and you can back it up. The beauty of cloud backup service, whether it's one that you're paying for monthly or you go and buy yourself a cloud backup, y'all, it's just a storage device. That's all. Cloud sounds real fancy. Yeah, a lot of people use Apple's cloud. If you can do that if you are storing your embroidery designs on an Apple device. If you download them to an Apple device, like you've got a MacBook, that's cool. Right. Do I save formats for other sewing machine platforms? I don't. No, I generally don't. I download my PES folders, my PES files. So like Juju allows you to just download the format for your machine, and I do that. And then I don't bother with the others. And if I download a design that has all the other formats, I'll highlight those and delete them just because it's clutter that I don't need, not because of the size that it's going to take up space. They don't take up space. You guys, those are like little tiny K. They're teeny tiny little bitty. You can use Dropbox. You can use anything you want with that. Okay. Any type of storage. If you want to use Dropbox, Office 365, Apple, whatever. Yeah. So it works fine. But some people don't like backing up their stuff to somebody else's computer, which is what the cloud is, because you don't know who's, it's Tupperware for your files, Holly. Good call. That's true. Yeah, when you back up your files to somebody else's computer, if you're not paying for that, then you have no reasonable expectation of privacy, just FYI. So if you have free cloud backup to somebody and you're not paying for it, no reasonable expectation of privacy. So be careful which folders you select to be backed up. But I always make sure my embroidery folder, my master embroidery folder that has all those subjects and all those digitizer folders in it, that master embroidery folder, I back it up all the time. So Stitcher backs up onto flash drives. I don't recommend that because, again, flash drives fail. They get moved around and they can and will fail. Plus, they have a limited amount of space on them. 4 gig usually will do you fine. So unless a 13 terabyte drive, Deb, there you go. Yeah. So if you buy your own cloud backup, you can buy one, they're like this big or whatever. They're getting smaller by the day. And you can plug that in and then it will run you through a wizard saying, what do you want me to back up and how often do you want me to do that? All right. Any external drive can go down at some point. Exactly. Yeah, Patricia has it right. The problem with you maintaining your own storage is you do not have what is called in the industry redundancy. And redundancy means that if something fails, something else is going to pick it back up. Okay. And it will be there for you. So that's the benefit of paying for external storage. That's the benefit of it. But you can have a brand new drive, and if your house burns down, God forbid, you can lose your external drive even if you keep it in a safe. They just don't handle the heat well. So yeah, there you go. So Bernie learned. Yeah, there we go. Bernie learned. She bought a couple terabyte backed up files and it failed. Yep, here we go. Here's another horror story. Had them backed up and dropped it. Boom, gone. You just never know what's going to happen. So that's the benefit of using external storage and telling it what to back up and when. Again, if you don't pay for it, no expectation of privacy. So you guys just be careful with that, okay? Yeah. Oh, now we're getting all kinds of nerdy, aren't we? And Deb says, unless you put it in a RAID format, right? Betty Boop can speak to that. Yeah. So anyway, she was a Unix sysadmin. Yep, she's nerdy, but she's a good quilter. So she thinks something didn't download right. All right, what do we got here, Frida? It doesn't show the font button or the boxes on the right of the hoop area. Go up into, you're talking about in Embrilliance, go up to, on the very, very top of the screen, go to the view menu, and it'll open up a drop down and it'll say toolbars and windows. And the very first menu over, it'll say reset toolbars and windows. Click that. That will reset everything. And then I would restart. I'd close Embrilliance and restart it just to make sure. But that'll work. Yeah. That's probably part of your problem right there. Okay. Now, RAID is a backup. Computers talk to each other. Backup. You keep them in OneNote, all your machine, how-to books, digital books, photos, and that's a lot of work, Patricia. That's a lot of work. Yeah. Yeah. Give that a try, Frida. Just go to View, Toolbars and Windows, Reset Toolbars and Windows, and that will show up. Then you'll see your Objects panel and your Properties box underneath that. Then you'll be able to see your lettering. That should help. Usually, so Tiny, good one. Okay. Usually when you add fonts for your machines from various companies, you'd use PES. It also includes BX. Yes. So what Tiny's talking about, I learned this from Deborah Jones from Designs and Machine Embroidery. When you have fonts, she kind of split them into what she called a font and an alphabet. So she called, this is just her brain, okay? Any lettering, the company that sells it will call it a font. But if you have to pull the letter in one at a time, she calls that an alphabet. Those have to be kerned so that the right space apart and set up, down, and all that. You've got to do each one individually, and it's its own separate embroidery design. Okay. That is what Deborah Jones termed as an alphabet. A font is like a BX font. You can just click it and type it in and poof, and it all kerns and it up downs and it does everything like it's supposed to. That's kind of the way she described it. My goodness, Patricia, you are organized. You win the organization ribbon of the year for 2023. Way too much info. It's early. I know. I try to keep it simple, you guys. All righty. So this has been a lot of fun. We've talked about a lot of stuff. I'm going to go play with my edge to edge designs you guys told me about on the Luminaire and see what that's all about. And tomorrow I'll eat some crow. Okay. Yes. Right. You guys just love your fonts, don't you? All right, you guys, this has been good. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. You guys have a great time and go sew something, all right? We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.